Hello and welcome to Team 11's assessment of Just Eat, the best thing to come from Denmark since the Vikings, and of course our very own Danish group member of Team 11, Bo Juliuson. Here we look at Just Eat's business model, who it's creating value for, and what Team 11 thinks it should do next. Just Eat is a virtual marketplace for hungry customers looking for a local takeaway without having to leave the house and without having to root through drawers and cupboards for printed menus which are years out of date. And it's a marketplace which at one point recently had a market capitalization of 1.6 billion. So that's not bad for what is actually quite a simple idea. Its business model has the following key elements. Firstly, virtualization. Via the website or an app, customers can find the latest menus and prices, see what other people thought, and then make an order. This is backed by Just Eat's efforts on social media to maintain the buzz or vibe around what they call their food community. Also, smaller restaurants can market themselves effectively in a much more agile way, as they can quickly and easily change menus and prices. Secondly, a big data with a long tail. Its scale means that it can easily bring in takeaways that cater for very niche tastes, hence the long tail. And Just Eat can hoover up huge amounts of data about customers' tastes and habits. This should help Just Eat and its partners optimize their menus and increase sales. Thirdly, let's talk about the money. So the model is basically high volume sales, low cost per unit. There's regular income coming through commission on customer orders, a one-off signing on fee from the restaurants, and Just Eat offers optional extras for restaurants such as wholesale and operational services. Lastly, it's agile infrastructure. Other businesses have introduced a similar menu and operating model. However, Just Eat continuously reviews and tailors its operating format to suit its different global markets. In some countries, it includes menus to cater for functions or corporate meetings, because this is where the demand is. And talking of agile infrastructure, Just Eat even trialled a robot delivery service in Greenwich in London recently. In fact, there it is on the right-hand corner. As you can see, the delivery driver of the future could be a six-wheeled robot. But anyway, back to the assignment. The business model explores elements of both B2B and B2C. Its B2B strategy provides a platform for restaurants to reach a larger market, open up potentially new customers, and lower promotion costs. Its B2C strategy offers value to takeaway customers, giving them a wide range of choices, supporting them to make those choices with reviews and cost comparisons and quick service. So does Just Eat actually have a competitive advantage? Well, what they're doing isn't unique, but they were the first to do it, particularly in the countries they operate in, and they're doing it well. Here's something for the stats lovers to eat on. Just Eat Group had 136.4 million orders in 2016, up from 25.3 million in 2012. Revenue in 2016 was 375 million, up from 59.8 million in 2012. Between 2015 to 2016, revenue growth was 52%. It's the market leader in all 13 countries it competes in. Although there is competition, and indeed the idea itself is quite a simple one, in practice what Just Eat does is hard to imitate, unless perhaps for a company providing a similar type of service in a different sector, for example hotels and travel. It's really difficult to continuously develop the technology needed to stay ahead and provide the best user experiences as Just Eat and others do. Oh look, a Porter's Five Forces diagram. I bet you weren't expecting that one. Anyway, look, we've used it to help assess the threats to Just Eat and therefore what it should do next. The main takeaway from this is that Just Eat faces lots of competition and certainly needs to think about adapting its business model now. The threat from potential new entrants and substitutes is strong, and I draw your attention to the information in those boxes. For example, we think that for some companies, the barriers can actually be quite low. Also, there are very many substitutes, like other competitors or discount voucher sites. And don't forget, takeaway is just one of many evening entertainment options for customers. From suppliers, well, Just Eat is going to have to continue to show how they're providing added value, especially now that in the UK, Just Eat has raised its signing on and commission prices. Clearly, Just Eat are right now creating value from restaurants' outbound logistics and marketing and sales activities. The company's management's focus is on using their scale in a way to support the restaurant's operations and procurement activities. For example, Just Eat has begun getting good rates for the restaurant partners on wholesale supplies like soft drinks, but also in operational and procurement areas like broadband, motorbike insurance, and even financial advice. So we've looked at Just Eat's value chain, as seen in the diagram there. The green areas show where Just Eat started working in, assisting in arranging menus, that's the kind of the outbound logistics, and of course marketing and sales. The yellow areas show the parts they're heading into, for example operations and procurement support. Overall, we think that's the right thing to do, which is to stray into adjacent parts of the value chain, as opposed to suddenly moving into acquiring, I don't know, farms, for example, to provide ingredients for the takeaways. It's right that they stick to what they're good at. For example, in Australia, they cater for business corporate orders. And they could also do this in other markets in London, for example. But Team 11 thinks Just Eat can do more and move into the yellow shaded area of after sales service. Just Eat has so much customer data, but we're not convinced it's mined it effectively. They have so much info on customer tastes, spending habits, consumption patterns, and they've got this in different countries. So why are they not personalising the user experience? Much more can be done to use customer data to predict what customers will have and to trigger sales proactively. Also, why not package this up and sell as add-ons to other restaurants? Why not package this as market research data? They should use this info and as insight for thought leadership, for example, which is a great marketing tool. The Just Eat has increased commission charges, but this isn't sustainable and the market knows it. The share price dropped even though profits were up year on year in March 2017 because the market predicts slower growth in customers. Just Eat needs to exploit the long tail further. Do they really cater for every taste in the diverse big cities of the UK, for example? This is where big data can help again. And indeed, that long tail could be much longer than we think. What about people who can make amazing food from their homes, like my mum's curry, for example? I bet there are loads of people who would pay £4.50 for a container of her lamb biryani. Just Eat is surely capable of bringing mum's food to the market. It may just need to think about an alternative pricing structure. Lastly, let's think back to that delivery robot. Just Eat really should press ahead with investing in this technology. It's not going to be right for every city, but a phased approach, one small area at a time, could be the answer. And that really would be something different and would ensure Just Eat remains the first choice takeaway platform. On behalf of Team 11, thank you very much.